Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. Before we get into the show, which will begin in a moment, I wanted to let you know that if you have any questions throughout the stream, remember you can always ask them on our website. We have a live chat support ready and able to help you. My team there is available if you have any questions about any of our products, services, or just have a question for fun. Check it out. Link will be down below in the description.
Coming to you live from our studio in Atlanta, Georgia, this is the A1 Trading Daily Show. Whether markets are rising or falling, we're here to keep you up to date with the latest market news. Join us as we trade currencies, commodities, and indices live, Monday through Friday.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. Today is Wednesday, April 5th, and I've got my Chick-fil-A here. Our office got us Chick-fil-A this morning, which was very nice. I'm curious. Leave a comment down below. Leave a little comment if you guys have Chick-fil-A, if you love Chick-fil-A. I saw a thing recently that said Chick-fil-A is supposed to be doing a $1 billion expansion, I believe, into Europe. Probably all over the place, but including Europe. So shout out to all the Europeans that get to try Chick-fil-A for the first time. Y'all are going to love it. But let's check out the market heat map here in the Edge Finder. We're going to see how all of our assets are trending so far today, or at least our biggest movers to the upside and the downside to start off the day. So up here in the top left is our biggest mover to the upside so far. It's Euro AUD up 0.59%. Followed by the Pound Aussie, Gold, Euro GBP, USD ZAR, and NZD USD. Those six are our biggest movers to the upside so far today, but we don't have a whole lot of blue boxes. What we do have is a lot of red boxes, which means the market is selling off a whole lot today. Down here in the bottom right, Aussie JPY is our biggest mover to the downside so far today. Down 1.08% on the day so far, followed by Aussie CHF, Aussie NZD, Aussie USD, Aussie CAD, and GBP JPY. So Australian crosses certainly seem to be falling off today. Really quickly, I want to thank our three sponsors, Forex Tester, Super Funded, and 8cap for sponsoring today's live stream. Thank you so much to them for being so supportive and amazing. You can find out more about those three in the links down in the description below. So go check them out if you want to learn more about Forex Tester, Super Funded, or 8cap. But with that, let's go ahead and turn it over to Nick and check out some market analysis with him.
All right, we're on. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. Thank you, James, for that introduction. And shout out to my real friends on TikTok right now with me. We are live on TikTok. Can you guys on YouTube, can you see this camera? I don't know if you can. It's just off screen. I am live on TikTok and on YouTube. It's like streamception. Hope everybody's doing well, and thank you again, James, for that introduction, pointing out that we have a big down day on some of the Australian dollar currency pairs, Aussie CAD, Aussie dollar, Aussie NZD, Aussie Swiss, and Aussie yen, all pointing to the downside here today. What's going on with the Aussie? We got to take a look and see what's going on there here this morning. So pulling up Aussie dollar here on the daily chart, you can see a big tumble here to the downside as things get going. Please, real quick, as I get started, can everybody hear me and see me on YouTube? I know on TikTok you guys are good. We've got 7 people on TikTok. Shout out to my TikTok friends. If you guys are enjoying the stream, I'm new to TikTok. I really don't know much about what I'm doing there. But hit that like button on the stream if you're enjoying it, whether you're watching on YouTube or TikTok. Smash that like button or give me some likes on TikTok. I really don't know how it works, but I know apparently it's good for the stream. So thank you guys for showing up for another live stream. I just want to make sure sound is all good and everything. It seems like we are all set. Taking a look at the Australian dollar again, a big down move for the Aussie pairs. Not just the Aussie dollar though. We got Aussie yen to the downside. Look at that Aussie yen, guys. Aussie yen really tanking, and it beckons the question: is it more Aussie weakness or Japanese yen strength? It does seem like the Japanese yen is up here today. And this is an interesting one because we have the gold market rising as well. So you had a big pop to the upside on the gold market. We are still long, by the way. Update for those of you guys who have been watching the streams. You know, if you were watching yesterday, I was long gold, and beautiful continuation move. Since yesterday's price action, we've done nothing but go up, sideways, and up some more. A really nice start here to the market session. Now, giving back a little bit of those gains, we tagged, guys, 2030 for gold. Now, in my personal opinion, a lot of you guys, if you were watching the streams, watching the content the last few weeks, we've been calling for a retest of the 2000 mark. Huge need for a retest of that 2000 mark. Why? Because again, retested it here, sold off. Retested it here, sold off. And when we were in all this junk, all this nonsense, the dollar looked really weak in my view. Now, why did it look weak? Well, the Federal Reserve has sort of hinted at needing to or slowing its roll when it comes down to rate hikes and inflation being not as much of a problem as it was in 2022. Now, of course, we're still at, what is it, 6.3%? Let's go check. What is inflation currently? We know that inflation is still high compared to the Federal Reserve's target of 2%. But you can see, yeah, we can see the latest numbers that we have in terms of inflation are about 6%. So we still have a ways to go back down to that 2% target from the Federal Reserve. But we're on the decline. And this decline, in my view, is a very bullish catalyst for gold. Why? Because again, it hints at less rate hikes and more money going into the system, potentially even QE starting up at some point where rate cuts begin to be a thing, which again, if you were a trader during 2020, you guys are very, very eerily familiar with what happened to gold during that time. Let's take a look at the weekly chart just to remind ourselves, here is 2020. What happened to gold was a massive bull run during 2020. Why would bull runs happen on gold during 2020? Well, remember how us US people, we received stimulus checks as a nation. A lot of money went right into the system. And where did that money end up? It went going into gold, stocks, Bitcoin, real estate. Assets got bought like crazy in 2020. Now, of course, since then we've had a rocky road. But in my opinion, I think we have another scenario where the gold market continues to look very, very attractive, which is why we're long. So we bought gold prior to the previous highs, anticipating a retest of that that 2000 mark. But now we've even tested up into 2025, 2030. Gold market seems, in my view, where the next logical place, if this rally is going to continue, is back to the all-time highs. Okay, all-time highs is where it is 2070, just shy of 2070, which happened, by the way, guys, around the time where Russia actually invaded Ukraine. We had a big spike in fear, a lot of concerns in that area. Commodities went red hot. And sure enough, I think we're possibly headed back to that point. Again, it's a very natural place for price to go if the market does continue to rally. Let me check. How are we doing on TikTok? Hey, there's 8 of you guys on TikTok, and we have 339 likes. Thank you guys for the likes. And thank you guys also on the stream for likes. We've got everybody's hitting like buttons here today. Thank you for supporting the content we are covering right now. For those of you who are just tuning in, we're covering gold here this morning. And again, I'm very biased to talking about gold as I do have a position open myself. I shared this trade within the group. Now let's just go over this again. Inflation is on the decline. That's a bullish catalyst in my view for the gold market, because again, it hints towards rate cuts, which is a more attractive scenario for the gold market to rally. Going to the watch list here for the day, let's see what we have on deck. We can see, again, my gold idea is still up there. Gold buy bias. We get a lot of nice confluence factors when it comes to gold. You have COT data, you have retail sentiment, seasonal trends. These things favor bullishness, by the way. If they're blue, what that means is that they favor bulls. And if they're red, it means they favor bears. So, for example, we still have, as of the most recent time, we've seen interest rates continue to climb. But as soon as that flips, I think it adds even more bullish pressure to the gold market, which is, again, why I'm already in my long trades that we put out in the Discord. So Hello, Kelvin in the chat says, hello, I'm new to trading and I have lost a lot of money. Kelvin, you're not alone and you shouldn't feel silly for that. Let me tell you something. Most people who get involved in the markets, actually 99.999% of people who get involved in trading, they lose for a long time before they realize how to turn it around, right? It's not an easy thing to do. And again, professional trading, people think it looks like this, where it's just like guru, magic crystal balls, knowing what the market's going to do next. When in reality, good trading looks like this: ups, downs, with a slight overall bias or overall trend to the upside in equity growth. But again, that's the reality of trading. Is it's not easy. It's very, very hard work. This stuff is not. It's like the simplest job ever, but at the same time, it's one of the most hard, difficult ways to make money. At least that I know. It's not an easy path to riches. That's for sure. So let's see, what else do we have on the watch list here today? Let's take a look here. So I mentioned, like I said, I'm already long gold. What else? What about GJ poking up its head here? We have a buy rating from GBP JPY. Let's see what the chart has for us. GJ, we're going to look at the 4-hour chart. And we got to do some updates on this because, man, I haven't looked at GJ in a little bit. Let's mark our zones here. So we're looking at the 4-hour chart, and you can see, at least in my view, what sticks out right away is this zone here. Why does this zone stick out? Well, we can see a very clear distinction where we sold off previously around 163, and you can see when we broke out, we just briefly retested this before shooting to the upside. So as price continues to dip here on GJ, it actually looks like it might be nearing a zone where buyers could actually be strong and try and hold this. Again, a nice overall upward trend. This is a 4-hour chart, so this is definitely a higher time frame trade, and we are nearing, guys, the 38.2% retracement. Here's the daily chart, and you can kind of see where I'm getting at. You had resistance here become potential support, and as we retest that area, it could be interesting to see if we actually do get some follow through. Let's take a look at the Edge Finder's reasoning behind why GJ gets a buy rating here. COT data is mixed. Retail sentiment is mixed. Seasonal trends to the upside. And if you guys are not familiar with seasonality, seasonality is it's a very, very cool metric to study. It is basically taking a look at, historically speaking, what assets tend to do during particular parts of the year. So if we switch this chart to GJ, again, we can scroll down here. We can take a look at the month of the year seasonality. And again, we are looking at pound Japanese yen. And we can see during the month of April specifically, right? We've broken this month by month. We can see the historical rise or fall of a particular asset during a month of the year. And you can see that April, historically speaking, is a positive month for the pound yen. Now, what we've done is we've taken the last 10 years of data on GJ, and we've said, hey, does this market tend to rise or fall during each month? And what we notice is that during April, in both the 5 and 10-year average, we typically see a rise in the pound yen. So again, we have a slight bullish bias when it comes to GJ here this morning. Let me check my TikTok. We got 5 viewers on TikTok. Shout out to my 5 viewers. Let me read some TikToks really quick. What did you think about dollar yen? We could take a look at UJ. News for gold. What do you think? Can we buy? So I am already long gold. I showed you guys a little bit of that here just a moment ago. I am long gold already. Is it a buy here at current prices? In my opinion, no. I don't like the trade up here. Really, I know I'm speaking in hindsight, but the trade, well, not really hindsight. I took the trade here. This is where I took the trade. I called this out inside of the Discord channel. This is, not really hindsight because I actually did take that trade and I shared that one publicly. So I am already long gold. I figured that was where I'd be interested. I'm not interested up here. I think the price has already made a significant run, and I don't like to chase the price. I like to, catch it when it's, before it makes a run like that. Of course, don't we all, right? It's easier said than done. But when you do have a good runner, again, a lot of times people will chase this, or, you have to be very careful with that sort of game. So, like I said, I still like gold long, but not at current prices. I think the trade has already sort of come into play. I've been trading for 2 years and I've just started to be profitable. Hey, congratulations. That's a serious accomplishment, guys. It seems like it shouldn't be that difficult when you first get into trading, but I genuinely mean it. Like, if you are at the point where you are profitable, that's something to really, really be proud of. It is very, very difficult to become profitable in trading. It is not a, it's really like trying to get a 4-year degree. It is hard, hard work. So congrats on becoming profitable there. At ASAP Sinelli in the chat. NZD USD. Sure, let's take a look at that. NZD USD here. The New Zealand dollar benefiting a little recently with this risk on move. We saw the stock market pop quite a bit, as well as the gold market, and the dollar be very weak. This is benefiting this pair, NZD USD specifically. Let's see if we have any bias on NZD pairs here. Nothing on the watch list. Now, what this means is that it doesn't have a strong enough bias to be included on our list. Now, again, if we expand it to everything, here you can see NZD USD has a score on the Edge Finder of 0. What this means is that basically we don't have a strong enough bias here to be long or short NZD USD according to the Edge Finder. Okay, what that means, we took a look at all the metrics and we have a mixed view. You can see again blues and reds, which basically mean bullish and bearish signals. If there's not a confluence among the signals, we do not get an idea to actually go long or short. So for me personally, there's no trade on NZD USD until we get a strong enough bias there. Okay. So yeah, Nick, are indices diverging? Indices diverging. Let's see real quick what the S&P 500 is up to. I'm not sure what you mean diverging. If you mean between like NAS 100, SPX 500, and US 30, and so on. They seem to be, oh, interesting. I kind of see what you're saying. US 30 is up here this morning while you've got NASDAQ down. Very, very unique scenario. Usually you see these things kind of move in the same direction. Not sure what's up with that. We'll have to take a closer look as we get into everything here today. Let me go back to the Edge Finder for a second and remind us here, for those of you who have not been watching the streams the last few days, let's get an up-to-date look at the smart money tracker. This is giving us an idea as to what institutions are buying and selling. And you can actually see we still have the Japanese yen, the Canadian dollar, these assets being the most shorted assets by institutional traders. This is not speculation. We're not doing, we're not trying to interpret from candlestick patterns what they're doing. We know with certainty, at least according to the COT report, what JPY and CAD positions are looking at for hedge funds and institutional traders reporting on the COT data. And what we can see is a massive preference for the short side on the Japanese yen and a massive preference for the short side on the Canadian dollar. Let's flip it around, guys. We'll take a look at the other end of the spectrum. And what we can see here is that we have a lot of bullish interest for the gold market, the euro, the oil market, and the dollar. Okay, very, very interesting stuff here this morning. So these assets, according to the institutional data that we have from the COT report, big money is long these assets and they're short these assets. Okay, so when we take a look at the charts, we want to know this information and we want to keep an eye on this. So this is part of the reason why I'm very, very long biased on gold, is the big money is piled into a gold long trade. So that's something that I am paying attention to myself going into the remainder of this week, and why I continue to hold on to my gold trade that I've got. We'll continue to monitor that going forward. And we'll also take a look at retail, which we can take a look at the retail sentiment tab to see what retail traders are up to. Gold continues to be one of their biggest short exposure positions. So the retail crowd is shorting the gold market as it rallies. Again, not a fun trade to be on today, as the gold market, again, we go back to the chart for a second. The gold market looks so red hot, and this would be a tough trade to be short on, right? This thing, again, we are long for a good reason. The crowd, the retail money, they're trying to short this thing. They're saying, hey, it's got to come down. It's got to come down. And guess what? Institutional money, long, right? So we go against retail very often on these streams in my trading, etc. We primarily focus on being counter retail traders. And so again, retail traders, not necessarily because we're stop hunting, but more because, again, the uneducated crowd typically is wrong about the markets. They're on the wrong side of trades. And we use that information to our advantage. So You can pause the stream if you'd like to take a look at any particular assets. Another extreme is dollar Swiss, dollar CAD. Retail traders are very much long on those, so that would be a cautious tail for sure as well. And yeah, if you guys want access to this data, by the way, we are doing something pretty special right now. We are doing our 1-year celebration sale of this product. So what you're looking at, this is the Edge Finder, and this is our company's software product that we've worked on for the last full 365 days. I can't believe it's been that long already, but we've been working really hard on this product. Pulling all this data in has been a monster of a project, but we are actually offering as a sale event to celebrate 1 year of development. We're doing 40% off on the Edge Finder. Now, real quick, while we're doing that, I have a link I'm going to get dropped in the chat for you. If you'd like a bigger discount than that, we are offering training and bigger discounts. If you click the link that's just been dropped in the chat, it will open up a prompt like this. So we just dropped a link here in the YouTube chat. If you're watching with me on YouTube, then click this link. It just got dropped in the YouTube chat. It says, message us about our anniversary sale for huge discounts. If you message one of my team members, one of my staff members here, we're going to get you access to training and more information and a bigger discount if you message us here today. And again, this is a limited offer. This is not, guaranteed in the future by any means. So if you want access to that, head over to your link that just got dropped and go click to chat with us, and then just click tell me about your discounts. And this is going to tell the support rep that you're from YouTube and you're getting an extra discount on the sale event. And again, we will not do these prices this low all year long. So it is the best price. And again, a big thank you to everybody who supported our project along the way. We're not like a ginormous 500 person company. This is a small team in Atlanta that builds software tools for traders. So we really do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. Thank you so much for the content support, as well as the software tools and such support. We've gotten so much good feedback about the tools, and that's been really our driving force to continue to develop it, is based on what you guys give us in terms of things that you want to see, things that you want improved, so on and so forth. So the big ones seem to be smart money trackers, retail sentiment, seasonal trends is a big one that people really love. And we continue to develop in the direction of what people are wanting more of. Let's continue on, see if we have any other trade setups here today. I've been looking for a Euro Yen long trade, and we might get our opportunity here today, guys. So Euro JPY, look at this. So I don't have a trade, but I'm very much interested here today. This actually might be a trade that I end up taking. Look at this. So we're looking at Euro JPY here. This is a 4-hour chart, guys. And Euro JPY, I was thinking about buying it yesterday. I would have been a little early to the trade, but now it seems to have actually even given us a better opportunity. So I'm watching Euro JPY here. Let's see if we can get our idea set up. I actually think this might be a really good risk reward trade. So we're looking at Euro JPY. And again, this is a 4-hour chart, and price has pulled back off of the highs. So we had a really strong run up from the 24th of March. Yeah, 24th of March. We had our bottom here. Price rallied for a while and has now sort of come back, pulled back into support. And in my view, this looks really good for a long trade. And I'll explain that in just a second. Of course, the technicals, in my view, look pretty good. You have a major level of resistance that was broken, retested here, and is now coming back into play. This, in my view, you might say, well, Nick, doesn't that look like a head and shoulders? Remember, if you are a regular viewer of the stream, remember that a lot of trading patterns can be very trap-like. Now, when I say that, what I mean is that when you get something like a head and shoulders, quote unquote, people will say, hey, look, it's done a head and shoulders. Let's short right here. If you're a regular in this business and you've been trading for a while, you know that sometimes this pattern occurs and you say, oh, okay, it's going to go down, and it just does this, right? Why is that? Because a head and shoulders, at least the way I like to reference them, really is when we break the pattern, right? So when we actually see a high, a lower high, but then more importantly, we break and form a new low. This is where things really actually sort of solidify into a pattern. So as we come down to this level here, we haven't confirmed that this is technically a head and shoulders, right? Until we really, in my view, break this. Now, again, technical analysis is inherently somewhat subjective. It's not a perfect science. So you might look at the charts a little bit differently than I do, so on and so forth. What we do here is we take probability-based trades. We're not certain on anything, right? We don't claim to know what the markets are going to do with certainty. Nobody knows that. And if somebody is claiming that on the internet, be very, very careful and probably run the opposite way, because the markets are very difficult to predict perfectly, and they could do some crazy, crazy stuff. But when you stack probabilities in your favor, there's opportunities there that I think are much more attractive. So let's go through this euro yen and see if it's actually worth trading. So euro JPY, I'm going to take a look at, we're going to go to minor currency pairs. I'm going to pull this one up. Stay tuned for our message about our upcoming in-person seminar. Yes, thank you, Chandler and James on the back end for getting that prepared for us, guys. We're going to come to that in just a second. We do have an in-person seminar. If you guys are, let me take 1 second before we show that video. If you guys are near the Atlanta area, we're doing a free event, and we're going to tell you more about that in just a minute. But if you're in the or near the Atlanta area, if you're in the US, if you're in Florida, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, anywhere near the Southeast, stay tuned. We got a free event that you're welcome to attend, and we'll tell you more about that in just a second. But let me finish my thought here on the euro, Japanese yen. We can see that if we take a look at euro JPY here on the Edge Finder, we have some interesting stats. The euro is very much long by institutional traders, and the Japanese yen is very short by institutional traders. Keep that in the back of your mind, and we'll keep adding to it, because beyond that, let's take a look at retail sentiment. The crowd, and let me use a different color because this is getting confusing real fast. If we take a look at retail sentiment, 68% of retail traders are shorting this market. We take a look at fundamentals. We're a little bit mixed. GDP growth is 0 for both economies. Inflation is higher in Europe. That's a negative catalyst. Unemployment is higher in Europe. That's a negative catalyst. But the interest rate offered in Europe is much more attractive than the minus 0.1% offered in Japan. Overall, we have enough confirmation, at least from the Edge Finder, to consider, in my view, to be a long biased trade. Now, we're also lined up with support. This actually looks like a trade that I am going to take here today. I'm going to be taking that inside of the Discord. I'll probably need a few minutes to prepare and do that on the Discord. If you guys are inside of the Discord channel, keep an eye on the Nick's Trades tab. Let's go right here. This is what it looks like. I'll be sharing and dropping this trade alert here in just a few minutes right here, so you can see we've been trading gold and things like that. If you're not already in the Discord, real quick before we share this message about the seminar, give me a second. Sorry, I had a call go off. I need to hop off here. I've got a meeting I've got to jump to. Join the Discord. We'll drop the link in the chat for you. And right after this, James or Chandler, if you guys could take over and do our little message about the upcoming event, take it from here. Thanks, guys.
Attention to all my friends here in the United States. We are, for the very first time ever, doing an in-person, free-to-attend seminar in Atlanta, Georgia, coming up April 22nd. And I'd be thrilled to meet some of you guys in person for this free educational session. We're going to be going over a couple really key trading lessons, including fundamental analysis. We're going to be talking about how to build winning trading strategies. And I'm going to be going into my own personal trading strategy in detail and sharing it with the audience. It's probably going to go from about 10 a.m. in the morning to early afternoon we'll end up. And guess what? There's free food while you're there. No cost to you. Just show up to the event, and we'll be doing free lunch while you're there. This event is brought to you by my team at A1 Trading, but also Oanda, who has partnered up with us to make this awesome event possible. And again, to get traders together, meet traders from all over the Southeast and from anywhere else that people choose to fly in from. All you got to do is show up, be ready to learn, and ready to meet other traders. It's going to be awesome. If you're interested in joining and attending this event, we are looking to get your name down on a list. And all we need from you is for you to fill out the link that's in the description down below. If you fill out that link, it's going to give us some contact information. We're going to reach out to you to confirm. One of my team members will connect with you, confirm that you're going to be at the event so that we know that you're coming and we know that we can expect you. If you can make it, please try and make it. Click that link down below in the description and hope to meet some of you guys soon. Have a great day.
All right, guys, really quickly, I want to tell you about Super Funded, and we are here at A1 Trading. We are excited to finally announce our official partnered prop firm, and we have a pretty awesome offer for the A1 trading fans today. Superfunded is a new prop firm to enter the space that is looking to fund profitable Forex traders. If you have the skills but lack the capital, Superfunded is the answer. With Superfunded, traders are able to take an examination to prove their trading skills and have up to 90 days to pass. Superfunded is ideal for both swing traders and day traders, and even allows their traders to hold positions over the weekend. Superfunded is a funding program powered by 8cap, created for traders by traders. So if you're looking to get funded, check out their examinations today, and you can get 10% off that examination fee when you use code A1 Trading. Click the link below to get started. So again, Superfunded is a new prop firm to enter the space. We are fans of Superfunded. They are brought to you by 8cap, and we are huge fans of 8cap as well. If you are looking to become a funded trader, because I mean, who isn't? Imagine being able to trade on a big account with someone else's money and get to make, you know, lots of successful trades. That is what Superfunded is trying to help you do. They have all different kinds of examinations with different account sizes. And again, if you want a 10% off discount on that examination fee, you can use A1 promo code A1 Trading at checkout. So go check out Superfunded. They are an amazing brand new prop firm, and we are very excited to be working with them. With that, Nick is gone. He is hopped into his meeting. So we are going to wrap up the stream here. Thank you, everybody, for listening in and joining. Again, if you want to come meet us in Atlanta, we dropped that link. Go fill out that form. We are just about a week and a half, 2 weeks away from it. So it's coming up here pretty soon. We are really excited. We hope to meet a lot of you guys down there. We already have a ton of people signed up, but go check that link. The date is April 22nd. It's going to be at the Omni Hotel at the Battery. So April 22nd, go see if you can make it. And if you can, please come. We are very excited to meet all of you guys. But with that, we are going to sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.
Attention to all my friends here in the United States. We are for the
Thanks again for watching today's show. Our goal at A1 Trading is to continue to share free value to our audience through daily videos and articles, keeping you up to date with the latest market coverage. If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe for more. And remember, if you open a $1,000 or more trading account with 8cap, you'll receive a free copy of the Edge Finder. Click the link in the description below to find out more. From all of us at A1 Trading, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.